I think everybody has made their own assessment of President Trump's character, and so far as I know, you don't pay someone $130,000 not to have sex with you.
What did he say?
Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, an absolute Chad and the defending middleweight champion of Republican virtue, Mitt Romney. And opposite him in the ring, getting pummeled by the judicial system and his own tiny hands, the putridly smelling heavyweight Big Mac McDon. Truly a battle for the ages, folks. Let's see how Donald is preparing for this spit-swapping makeout match.
And I don't even know if you're allowed to put them in. We have a gag order, which to me is totally unconstitutional. I'm not allowed to talk, but people are allowed to talk about me.
You know, blah, 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 blah.
Excuse me? Okay, do we have any footage of him not complaining?
So today
Did you hear that? Here it is again, and watch Senator Feinstein's reaction.
So today we're here in a bipartisan fashion to show leadership in an effort to end this senseless violence.
And therein, folks, lies his secret weapon of mass disruption. How will Romney fare against Trump's bioweapon? Tune in to Really American Pay-Per-View to find out. God, I've never spent so much time on an opening sequence. I hope it was worth it. But there you have it, folks. Things aren't going well for Sleepy Don right now, as he got absolutely eviscerated in that clip by one of the last remaining actual Republican senators, Mitt Romney. And that clip is only made better by the CNN host's utter lack of a response to his comments.
Wow, that was Republican Senator Mitt Romney.
No words, no notes. And while Mitt Romney was busy saying exactly what was on everyone's mind, Trump was busy partaking in his second favorite pastime, next to begging supporters for money, complaining about how unfairly he's being treated.
So they can talk about me, they can say whatever they want, they can lie, but I'm not allowed to say anything. I just have to sit back and look at why a conflicted judge has ordered me to have a gag order. I don't think anybody's ever seen anything like this. I'd love to talk to you people. I'd love to say everything that's on my mind, but I'm restricted because I have a gag order.
God, this guy is like a broken record these days, constantly complaining about the gag order, only to go and immediately violate the gag order.
Prosecutors say they have 10 examples of Trump violating the gag order, which prohibits him from attacking witnesses, jurors, and court staffers involved in his criminal trial, saying, quote, each of Trump's posts pose a very real threat to the proceedings.
I miss the old Trump.
We will have so much winning if I get elected that you may get bored with winning. Believe me.
Straight off the dome Trump.
Recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your...
Such a classic. Now you might be wondering what all those very important looking documents Trump is holding are. Well, let me assure you they have very little to do with his actual defense and a lot more to do with his ego. Because apparently Trump just carries around Fox News and other pro-Trump news articles to read off to people.
Bragg falsified business record, and he falsifies them. He's the one. He's the fraud. But take a look at all of these are our stories. You see them here. Bragg's indictment even falls as an indictment. All of them. Bragg crosses the Rubicon, indicting Trump on nonsense.
Let me get 1,000 on Mitt Romney, please. Donald, you know you can get those on your phone, right? You can just bookmark news articles. It's not like we can even read the papers you're holding. But I know you've probably never had to reset a Wi-Fi router in your entire life, so I'll send you a YouTube tutorial. You know what those are, right?
We are led by very, very stupid people.
Good point. Also, in his defense, he probably has to put his phone in a cubby so he doesn't violate the gag order while he's in court. And what's that? He already did that.
Prosecutors said Trump even violated the gag order in the courtroom hallway yesterday when he said this about key witness Michael Cohen.
Cohen is a lawyer. Wasn't very good. The things he got in trouble for were things that had nothing to do with me. He got in trouble, he went to jail. This had nothing to do with me. This had to do with the taxi cab company that he owned.
Prosecutors also pointed to a social media post Trump made on April 13th, where he called Cohen, quote, a disgraced attorney and felon.
Who's that Pokemon?
Michael Cohen. And folks, this man ain't holding anything back.
He's such a despicable human being, a racist, sexist, misogynist, xenophobe, homophobe, Islamophobe, anti-Semite, that I want to see him in an orange jumpsuit. No. If that's where he ultimately ends up, okay.
Damn, Donald, you really gotta start picking these fights more cautiously. You're about to get tag teamed, and Michael Cohen sounds like he's busting out the chair. Alright, so things aren't going well for Trump. He's got enemies everywhere. His gag order could end him up in jail.
The prosecution then asking the judge for Trump to remove 10 posts from his social media and campaign websites, and to remind Trump that future violations can be punished not just with fines, but also incarceration of up to 30 days.
But that is also yet to be determined, and as much as I'd love to see it, it's wishful thinking in my opinion. What about his buddy from the National Enquirer? Surely he'll help Trump's case.
What is David Pecker telling the jury during this second day on the stand? Vicki, we're really getting into the heart of this thing now. The questioning for Pecker started with establishing his relationship with the former president. Pecker saying he met Trump in the late 80s and they were in frequent and constant communication ever since, establishing a mutually beneficial relationship where Trump would give Pecker access and leak him stories. Pecker would then use those stories to juice interest in his publication. And that is what led up to a 2015 meeting at Trump Tower. This is one of the main pieces of evidence, one of the main parts of the narrative for prosecutors that they are talking about right now as we speak. This was a meeting between Pecker, Cohen, and Trump, where they talked about expanding that mutually beneficial relationship that they had for years into the presidential race, where Pecker said they agreed that Pecker would help to promote positive stories about former President Trump, negative stories about his opponents, and he would be his, quote, eyes and ears to see if any women might be trying to come forward with their stories, looking to sell their stories. Pecker saying he would buy those stories and make sure that they did not go public. That is what we're talking about here, that catch and kill scheme that prosecutors allege.
Oh, well, that also seems pretty damning. But hey, he still got his defense attorneys, right? They couldn't possibly do anything wrong to damage his case, could they?
What the defense did was try to take that back. And you heard this very interesting line from Todd Blanche, the lead attorney there for the former president, who said, spoiler alert, there's nothing wrong with trying to influence an election. It's called democracy.
Right. Interfering in an election is called democracy.
I love democracy. I love the republic.
Thanks for watching, folks. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And please let me know your thoughts on the Romney v. Trump matchup, the heated battle between Trump and Cohen as well, and anything else we covered today. I'm particularly curious if any of you think we will actually see Trump jailed because of his gag order violation, so as always, let me know in those comments down below. As always, we greatly appreciate your support and viewership here, and we'll be continuing to cover all of Trump's legal and personal battles, so stick around for all of that. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I'll see you guys in the next one.